tracker assistant, Jax to win.
Penalty box home will be Impaler Swift.
Penalty box visitor is Rosie the Ripper.
Whiteboard, Violet No Regard.
Eye in the Sky 1 is Ghost Rider.
Eye in the Sky 2, HBC.
Scoreboard is Punk.
Runner is Crystal Ballbuster.
And skate alternate is Gigi.
All right, friends, it is game time. There is your opening whistle. And Lockeford has a quick start, and they are going a vertical stack along the rail. Jammers in the back are Surf and Scar to Beat. Surf takes the back position, and Scar to Beat's able to bust through. It hits the seam and then dropped in the low. Looks as if they're able to take the high and gets it clean as they extend out. Scar to Beat is your lead jammer.
Let's see, Surf looks like they're still kind of in the back of the pack. They're moving their way up.
Got challenged with Little Ducky and got dropped down to 8 with Lesbianas able to hold him. Scar to Beat able to maneuver through the middle of the pack, and another clean pass. Making some progress, but meeting Roller Country up front. Surf is making some trouble, meets Little Ducky. You got 3 going backwards as Scar to Beat comes into the back of the pack. The 3 wall is lined up, tries high. Scar to Beat's able to get around at least 1 and is pushing along that rail. That side opens up, and there's another clean pass. Surf takes the cover off, does have the clean handoff, and now we have Bella, my apologies. We have a Jawbreaker pivot. 138 has the cover. Takes a step back on the infield and tries to make another attempt, but Scar to Beat gets all those points and calls it.
Wow, Lockeford defense was really, really good on that one.
Oh, absolutely. That's an entire combo. I would not want to be a part of that, and that was great to watch. And they were doing great backwards, too.
Yes, absolutely. And that is a really helpful skill when you're blocking, is to be able to pivot like that and to go and skate backwards and see what's happening behind you. I mean, of course, you can always, head on the swivel, but sometimes there's nothing like the view when you're actually skating backwards and facing that person coming at you.
Mm-hmm. I know it's, I find it very useful. I'm just still working on it on that bank track. All right, we have Terra Ta on the back, and it does look as if 3-2 is able to take a break, and Ice Cole is out. Oh, takes a small stumble coming into that apex. That'll be a little bit of speed loss, but has plenty of time as Terra Ta's still wrapped up. Finally able to break, but it looks as if they'll have Ice Cole will have plenty of opportunity to challenge this wall. Challenges Hubba Bubba, tries the low, can't make it. Sees Smashing Pumpkin, gets the hips across and calls it. Looks like they'll be able to grab a couple.
Once again, nice defense, because Ice Cold did have some time to score some points, and Lockeford just wasn't having it.
Absolutely. Hubba's a great body to get around. Is not easy to get around, and with hardcore directing with that brace position, it's going to be very difficult. You got someone who's very agile and can really direct someone that's just a great body.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's see, who do we have here? We've got 94. Angel of Beth is jamming for Jawbreakers, and that is already lead jammer. Number 3, Lickety Split.
Which it took her that much time to get out. Lickety Split did it in exactly that.
Yes.
Then takes the low and an assist off of A-Train for a clean pass that probably gained her speed. So that's going to be an amazing start to the next pass, too.
Yeah, Angela Beth is still struggling there, but busted off onto the infield there, although it looks like the star's missing.
The seams, this looks like somebody dropped something off of the track, so there is something in that starting box. Lickety Split calls it. Something is on the track. All right, looks like they were able to retrieve it on the Jawbreaker bench. All right, Black will be starting with 1 in the box.
And on the jammer line, we've got 22. It's a trap. And it looks like that is CBD hits out there for Lockeford.
And CBD hits is always a pleasure to watch. Look at this. Look at this speed.
Very fast. As evidence right here.
Yeah, it's a trap. Had a great opening off of that line. And CBD hits closed in quick, making that forced call off. That was beautiful. Scar to Beat. And on the back, we have Scar to Beat and Ice Cole. Ice Cole takes the back position. All right,
Scar to Beat going towards a high there, but ends up in the middle. Ice Cold just kind of busting their way through.
Absolutely.
And ends up as lead jammer.
Was able to navigate around hardcore, and
Scar to Beat skirting around the coping there, does make it out. However, Ice Cold does have a pretty sizable lead.
Let's see what they can do. It looks as if Gay of Reckoning leads a hit, but that actually shoots Hubba into his jammer. Able to get around Smashing Pumpkin and be able to call it for another couple of points.
Yeah,
Ice
Hubba
Cold.
Bubba from Lockeford stopped Ice Cold by busting him onto the infield there, so that took some time off the clock there.
But good on Ice Cold. He is responsible for all 4 points, and
Yeah.
on top of that, the blockers too. But grinding out 2 points at a time is the way to do it.
Slow and steady, as they say.
Black is once again a blocker down with 136 and Terratots in the back. 136 tries low, tries high. Roller Candy has a clean shutout with A-Train. That's an oppressive link in the back. Now being braced too by Slick Mick. Looks as if some offense by Kansas City, but it is plenty of time for Terratots to get out. That black wall in the back is monstrous with Slick Mick laying hit after drive to the inside. And the Kansas City opens it up to end a little bit of it and give her jammer some relief, but Terratots comes up front and gets all of them points. And it looks as if nobody's out. They can keep going. Terratots on the way for more. Kansas City with another offensive hit and A-Train to the hit to the inside. This is a great battle. This is some amazing blocking in the back. Panty comes off. Terratots coming up hard.
Terratots like, you guys just, you keep doing what you're doing. I'm just going to go ahead and slide around here and collect some more points.
Honestly, the
No
blocking
worries.
is so good that they're
It's
able
so
to. They're a little
impressive.
unsupervised out there.
Yes.
All right, Lickety Split lining up in the back against.
It's a
2-2.
trap, number 22. Blockers are already lined up.
All right, Lickety Split draws low and then moves high. Able to get around, has 5-4-0 to deal with, but takes a spill on the rail. White Jammer up front has to deal with the backwards Lesbianis and a little Duckling holding the brace. Roller Candy able to recycle up front, meaning a 4-wall up front. Able to take the high, has Roller Candy pinned, but they're able to recycle once again. A great rotation by Little Duckling, and it looks as if the star pass is complete and Lesbianis
Yes.
leaves.
A lot of time there as the Jawbreakers jammer is just stuck. Lockford's just doing too good of a job.
Oh my gosh, that is amazing blocking, and that was a very great pass. Great threat assessment to know that that was the great moment to do that. Let's be honest, challenges that seam, and it just keeps pushing with Kiko Jones making a great hold, able to stop what potentially could have been more passes. Great job by Kiko.
Absolutely.
I saw it just as much as you did. Ice Cold was testing the quality of the floor.
And it got a thumbs up.
It's the track monster. It just comes out and grabs you sometimes.
So we did say Ice Cold's out there as well as CBD hits as jammers.
Ooh, takes the low and then able to follow the big hole
Oh,
that
jammer
CBD Hits
race.
opened. So a jammer race, and I know CBD Hits isn't going to call it because he wants to outrace. He's going to do it too. He's gaining on lots of ground.
I don't know,
as-
Ice Cold's coming up real fast though.
All right, let's see what he does. He goes to the low and he's able to hop and he trusts his blockers. Look at that.
Going for points.
He absolutely, and honestly, it's good. It's a smart choice considering now he has over a full half lap to get around and another apex jump and a clean call off. Oh my goodness, making it look too easy.
That was a lot. That was a lot happening.
I love watching him. Actually, so as a weird side project, I'm making trading cards for a tournament that I run.
Oh,
and
nice.
one of CBD's is him jumping over a skater doing a handstand.
Of course.
And
of
it's
course.
really cool to watch.
You got it. Well, of course, for the trading card, you can have that coolest photo on there.
Right? All right.
Let's see, is that Angela Beth out there, I believe, for Jawbreakers and
I believe that's.
ooh,
One second.
Scar, maybe? Did I get that one right?
Yeah, that is Scar to beat.
There we go.
All right, Scar to beat comes on the back while Angel of Beth is being held up back by that A-train wall. All right. Ooh, a big
Scar.
tumble, but Scar to
Oh,
beat
my
takes out her
gosh.
own skater too.
Yes.
Bad Mama Jamma takes a spill. All right, Scar to beat able to muscle all the way through. And
Scar's
get
got some muscle there. They're just going through everybody.
absolutely, and that low center of gravity can really like get through and drive at the ribs. It's really encouraging to watch. It's good for him.
Angela Beth is out for Jawbreakers coming around as Scar to beat. I believe this is their second scoring pass coming up. Let's see if they're able to beat the clock on this one. Got just a few seconds left.
Yes, Scartaby came in a little slow. I don't know if they got a little heated from that.
They might have.
That was
they were basically doing offensive tackling, of their own players.
It was very lineman-esque.
Get out of the way, guys.
Yeah.
Get out of the way. Get out of the way.
Driving through really takes really zaps you of the energy.
Oh, I'm sure.
Oh, it looks as if is that a power jam? Looks like Angel of Beth picked up one. So Terratots will have free reign of the track. And yesterday was doing amazing on the power offense. So let's see how Terratots does here.
Who's here for Lockeford in our crowd? All right.
And what about the Jawbreakers? Who's supporting those Jawbreakers out there?
Yay!
Love to hear you. All right, Terratot able to get through, and Kiko Jones is down. Hope he's all right.
Back up and on the track, though, ready to go. As Terratots is coming around.
Able to maneuver through.
Just kind of juked their way through that one. Pretty smoothly, though. Didn't lose any time.
They're able to maintain that one in the back, and that is going to be very useful, especially because Terratots is going to be able to spread them out up here. So they're going to have to drop a bridge or let through, and it looks exactly like that.
Yep.
Terratots with a great move,
it.
but Locker's defense with an amazing hold back there. And honestly, the effort being put in by that last blocker is amazing.
Kiko Jones delivers a nice hit to Terratots, puts them on the infield. They have to get back up on the track. Once again, the two of them are going head-to-head.
Kudos to Bella Beast to not giving up when being trapped behind that oppressive defensive wall.
Absolutely. Pushing all the time.
All right, White does pick up one, so they will be down number 8-1 for an above the shoulders.
On the jammer line, we've got number 22 for the Jawbreakers. It's a trap, and CBD hits again for Lockeford.
CBD hits with an initial hit off of the line to It's a Trap. It's a Trap takes the high, able to get through a smashing pumpkin wall, and has a lead jammer for White. This will be
here comes CBD hits after a nice whip. It was a small whip, but it was a nice one.
And honestly, that's all it takes just to ice It's a Trap. But I think
that little bit of swing right there just made the difference. Give that momentum.
And honestly, that's what Hustle does, because that was a great lead by It's a Trap. And you love to see Hustle to be able to ice that kind of advantage. All right, speaking of icing, it's Ice Cole against CBD Hits, who just didn't get enough of a jam, so went right back out.
Apparently not.
Ice Cole responsible for all 8 of the points and has now going to try and get a few more, but CBD Hits able to break through on the low and get some clean time and lead advantage. Ice Cole takes an attempt at the low, has to go high, jumps and then is met with a hardcore, gives a shove. Now has A-Train and hardcore on the top, while CBD Hits approaches and is able to maneuver and get all of those points, while Ice Cole still is met with a monstrous front wall being directed by Slick Mick. Able to juke out hardcore and drops. Slick Mick putting a hand on the rail and is able to stop Ice Cole as they give just enough time to reticulate. Get all the way back up there in waterfall, with CBD Hits with another clean pass.
And still time left on the jam clock.
Why am I trying to use $5 words when single word will do? CBD Hits with a nice little juke and able to get around. Oh, gorgeous. And a very contentious but a very good 3-pass jam for CBD Hits there. Absolutely. Even the Twitch chat is commenting on the hustle. And honestly, it is there. It is present. This is some hard-working teams.
And we only have a little bit over a minute left to go in the half here. It's probably a good time to talk about some sponsors, some things that are happening. Mama T's, I believe, is outside. Food truck, breakfast and drinks. Raven Sweet Haven, there we go, is at the front in our vendor village. Also with some treats, savory and sweet, if you're hungry this morning. So plenty of food options. I believe we're going to have chair massages here later on. I don't see Tucci over there just yet, but that's going to be happening.
All right. Score is 81-8, and the differential is not quite the tail of the game because it does look really good out there for the Jawbreakers. They are having some great defense, and they are doing some great offense, but we'll see what can happen moving on before we get to the last little bit before the half. And you got some Lesbianas pinning against the top with Roller Candy being able to recycle and get back up top. Now stretched out, able to drop that jammer. That Roller Candy opportunity created just enough time for Scar to beat to get all the way back around and get in front. Roller Candy putting on the amazing blocking clinic, and it looks as if that cover is off by the jammer. Pass almost complete, but not quite.
So close. Fingertips length
Oh,
away.
it looks like they do get it, but Roller Candy's up front, and it does look as if Gay of Reckoning is able to get out and get that star cover on. Let's see if they could. No, the jam is called off as Scar to Beat meets the back. And Black will be down one. Black will be down two blockers.
On the line, we've got 22, It's a Trap, and Tara Tots.
All right, that's what I want to see. I want to see some good 5-on-3s. I really enjoy a good opportunity for 2-2 who takes the low and is able to push through and able to muscle and get that lead jammer. And with no Terratops around, it does not look like It's a Trap is going to have to call it due to being raced this time. Terratops is still stuck in the back and takes the cover off. Tries a fake handoff, and it looks as if Terratops still has it with It's a Trap right behind. All right, he is able to get a full pass, and there you go. He is able to give essentially, about 60% of his points for his team right there with what looks like a 5-point pass.
There was a jammer lap. There was a jammer lap. Yeah.
And Sam, that was 5 points for Jawbreakers there.
And I'm just guessing, I should state. I just out here speculating. All right, CBD and Ice Cold in the back. Ice Cold's been doing great so far for his team, getting a majority of the points. So let's see what he can do against the athlete, the raw athleticism of CBD Hits, who goes low and then sees an opportunity high and just shoots through it. But Ice Cold's right there. CBD Hits is going to take that race 100% of the time, especially with his ability to leap and jump. So let's see what he does. He goes low, able to get them around one, and able to round Kiko Jones too, and short stack, making great attempts, but Ice Cold is in the back, and it looks as if CBD wants to run it. He really trusts his blockers to be able to create opportunities in time for him.
Absolutely. Those blockers are doing an amazing job back there. That's Hubba Bubba. Let's see, that's number 61.
And
who
CBD
is Roller Candy. Yeah, doing really nice job.
And he's just dancing out there. He is having a great time.
When you have that kind of blocking, the jammer just really needs to focus on one thing and one thing only. That's it. Getting those points.
Goes low, gets around Kiko, and looks like he's grabbed another full pass. Hey, CBD. I love when friends say hi. There was not a whole lot of time left on the clock, so amazing passing.
All right, that is halftime. We have got 84 for Lockeford and 15 for the Jawbreakers. We are going to go ahead and take a short break. Be sure to visit the food options if you are hungry and or thirsty, and we will see you in a few.
Thank you, everybody. See you in a bit.
All right, we are getting back to the action here, just waiting for everybody to take the track and for that whistle for this second half.
Sorry, I was busy getting mauled by the most adorable pit bull.
The white one? The white ones are, I know. Please bring the white pit bull to the announcer booth so that I can give them pets.
Ooh, it looks as if White's going to start off with an offensive power jam. All right, CBD must have done something. Looks like, what does the A stand for? What kind of penalty is that?
Arms, maybe? I'm still working on penalties. I'm going to be really, really honest and transparent about that, but I believe A is for arms. Is that right, my ref friends up here? A for arms?
I feel as if that would be the great title for a banked track children's book.
A is for arms. B is for banked. C is for cut track. D is for derby. I could go on this.
X is also for cut track, but in a different way.
Okay.
Ice Cole goes low, gets meet by Slick Mick, and tries to go high, been met by his own team. Tries the roller candy wall being braced by
That's
Ice.
Scarby,
oh
does not, who's working with roller candy for the Lockeford there.
Oh, and Ice Cole able to make his quick move, but gets shoved out of bounds, and it looks as if there must have been some reason he's taking the cut. And honestly, might be worth it if it can get him on his lead point. He might a power jam in the other direction might be worth it to help just drop this point differential just a little bit. Met by Slick Mick and Bad Mama Jamma, unable to get the 5 and call it. All right. Looks like White's clear, so there was something that I must have missed, but hey, that's why I'm not refereeing.
All right, looks like we got number 13 on the line. Now, the jersey says homoerotic, but my roster says rat, so I'm going to go with rat, I guess.
I skate with rat in Colorado a little bit, and I've always called him rat, but that could just be a different jersey. So
that's fine. You know what? There's been a lot of swapping of jerseys going on this tournament, so would not surprise me in the slightest. And I'm sorry, Lockeford has a lead jammer in, let's see, that is Scar to Beat, if I'm not mistaken. That is correct.
Also, when you think homo-erratic.
Erratic.
That's where the rat
well,
comes
I figured
from.
the rat was in there, so.
All right, Scar to Beat goes high with Gay of Reckoning with some great blocking, able to hold Scar to Beat, which has been a task that not a lot have been able to do.
Rat's holding on to that star, possibly looking for an opportunity there. As Scar to Beat is coming around.
All right, Rat met by Roller Candy up top against the rail. Trying to grind through, but then gets another brace in there, and that's the end of it.
Let's see what points we've got, if any, because I missed a few things there. I never like to predict anyway.
All right, Tara Tots, and It's a Trap on the back.
That was looking like a, let's see, 5 points for Lockeford.
All right, looks like we're going to take an official moment, clear the track, as we will start with one in the box each, one white, one black.
All right. So let's go ahead and talk about Red Hot, because they're doing something really, really cool right now. If you were not able to get Roller Rage merch, then go down to their booth in the vendor village. If you're looking for fun or funky, always tongue-in-cheek apparel and unique items, visit Red Hot. Also, they are doing Arizona Derby Teams and Red Hot Print Shop are teaming up to bring you on-demand Roller Rage shirts. So go see them, and then you can have the Roller Rage logo pressed onto the shirt. So that is something cool that they are doing. So check them out in the vendor village.
Some people missed on that pre-order, and they're given the opportunity to get some more of those, which is really rad.
I think the pre-order was really successful, and there might not have been enough. So good chance to fix that.
Ooh, It's a Trap takes a move on the high and then goes to the low, gets around hardcore, but is still met by Bad Mama Jamma, able to finally break through, and It's a Trap gets a lead. But Terratops is
coming,
moving with a vengeance, and is met with Angel of Beth. Tries to push to the low, but Terratops is able to escape with about a quarter of attack in the lead. It's a Trap is going to have the opportunity to try and get there, but Black is up front racing the pack. It's a Trap goes, Angel of Beth able to create an opportunity and some offense and then call it, and looks like they're able to grab some points. Some high fives by the Jammer, love the sportsmanship. All right, Black's going one to the box. The Track Monster attacking Lickety Split.
No, just testing it out. Testing the track out. That's all.
See if the right amount of bounce.
Making sure there's enough bounce to it.
Yeah. Dancer in the Dark goes low, goes high. Gets blocked and thrown all the way to the inside line by Slick Mick. Roller Candy up top, able to create some blocking and knock it in the inside, and that Jammer is free for Lockeford.
Oh, that was a big hit on that infield. We heard that all the way over here,
Tumble
and that is
after
not
tumble.
good. If you've never been on an infield, that's just straight concrete. It does not bend like the track does.
Someone lost something on the infield, and Lickety Split making some points. Dancer in the Dark trying, but A-Train making some powerful blocks, and Roller Candy being oppressive up there. Lickety Split met with Dancer in the Dark, able to take the low and just get around Kiko Jones being shoved by A-Train. All right, some good move as Surface takes a big hit and a big tumble. Roller Candy being up front, that is an oppressive wall. I would not want to see A-Train, Roller Candy, and Slick Mick all together.
No.
And as a
Stuff of nightmares.
and a very important thing, something that I was watching in warm-ups was Slick Mick bouncing to the high rail and then practice throwing a block and stopping right before the infield. I love that kind of precise practice that leads to a practical play in game.
Absolutely. And it's an awareness of the track, too. It's like spatially, where are you, what are you doing, and how can you work with the track as opposed to working against it.
I'm also going to give myself a pat on the back for some powerful alliterations. All right, CBD Hits able to make some move after creating a little bit of chaos and finally squeezes up high, but it looks as if Ice Cole was almost able to get it, goes back 10 feet and re-enters, takes the cover off. CBD Hits glides through the first wall, able to make one person miss and then gets around Rat and able to grab another pass. Ooh, Little Duckling able to hold on to the wall, but finally gives until he meets Roller Candy up front. Goes to the pass and gives it to Kansas City.
Yeah,
and
successful start
met
pass
once
there.
again
Let's
by
see.
Little Duckling.
Let's see if Kansas can squeak by here, really pushing against the rail there.
Little Duckling with the oppressive blocking. Holding against the rail, and I've been skating with Kansas City for years. That is an impressive feat to hold. All right, CBD goes low, takes the underneath the short stack, and then gets around and finally gets Gay of Reckoning too. CBD hits on another pass. All right, that finally brings the lead to over 100, and we are 131-24.
We've got a little bit over 8 minutes left in the game, if I'm reading that right from here. Yes,
Yep,
8 minutes
8:30.
30.
Oh, it looks like a power jam as Sid might have picked up a penalty while jamming. So it'll be Scar to beat out there. Ooh, two, as Ice Cole might have grabbed one. And I thought they might have went back a little bit more than 10 feet when they got knocked out, but I'm not still working on that rule.
So Jawbreakers are a little bit light as far as the blockers go, so we'll see how this plays out with a power jam to boot.
All right, Scar to beat tries the high, dips down low, able to get around two of the white. Finally gets up front, but dropped onto the infield. Hubba Bubba able to create a lane, and Scar to be able to get out on the low. All right, they're holding well. That black wall looks like they're able to trap a couple behind it. Let's see what Scar to be can do. Takes a move high, able to punch through their own wall. And that's another pass. Over 2/3 of the jam expired. Let's see what they can do. This might be the last pass. Can White hold him? Oh, a pass on the low, able to squeak on by. With 13 seconds left, almost no time elapsed. There's a chance that they can grab one more pass if they can speed through, but without a juice, I don't think they can get back there in 4 seconds. But good to elapse some time and give everybody some rest. Scar to beat with a great power jam.
And on the jammer line, we've got Angela Beth for Jawbreakers and Tara Tots for Lockeford.
All right. Pass immediate, or panty immediately comes off, and it looks as if Tara Tots was able to bust through in prominent fashion.
That was fast. You just blinked and you missed it.
Ooh, Slick Mick meeting up top and making some fancy feet in order to maintain that block against the rail. And then Angela Beth able to get through and put that panty right back on. Tara Tots with an easy pass, sees that jammer in front. Will they challenge? Yes, they will. I saw the little head nod. They acknowledge their bench. That's some trust in the blockers, because exactly that.
Exactly that.
Slick
yep.
Mick laying a big hit, giving Tara Tots another opportunity to get some points, and it looks as if they're going to be able to re-enter and get some good progress as they have the superior position against that white wall. Surf laying some good hits, but Roller Candy creates some offense and able to make a move and get out. And there you go. That's that call, and it looks as if that was the right call, even though they started that pass behind. Able to get all the way through, and those blockers really did the opportunity. The blockers did the scoring there, too.
Absolutely. The jammers are really lucky to be able to rely on that blocking because, again, then all they have to focus on is actually jamming.
It comes down to trust. It comes down to trusting
Yes.
your team, and it's a beautiful thing when it works and it pays off.
And we've got some fun stuff going on in the Twitch. Cactus Rack says, shout out to the Jawbreakers because y'all don't quit.
Absolutely. They are still putting their everything into every jam, and I love to see it. It's a trap being met against an oppressive Roller Candy, let's be honest, wall, and gives them plenty of time for what I believe to be Lickety Split to break and have plenty of field space. As that tripod holds, it's a trap. White gets back there to try and create some offense. Gay of Reckoning holds that opening and creates something on the up. And let's be honest, goes and plows. It's a trap all the way back down to the infield. And all the while, Lickety Split picked up an entire pass that I must have missed. It's just that fast.
You got to watch out for those small ones. They just weave in and out of there, and you don't even know it.
Go to the high, make a move.
Case in point, look at that.
Made a move low to make Short Stack miss the big hit, and immediately takes the high again, and Lickety Split doing the dang thing.
Meanwhile, It's a Trap is, I believe, maybe playing a little bit of defense back there after taking that star off.
Ooh, looks like White's going to be down a jammer again. Hey, no, it's a teamwork. Oh. CBD hits all alone out there. This is going to be time for some fireworks. You getting me 25 points, CBD? He's going to try.
Let's see if they can make good on that.
All right.
But we're going to have to wait on that one. All right, so let's go ahead and talk about one of our sponsors in the vendor village. Lace Those Eights is a nonprofit and offers free wheel and bearing maintenance workshops in the surrounding Phoenix area. There is a free giveaway today. What was it, Kaya?
Kaya. That is Kaya.
Kaya Skates. I want to make sure I pronounced that correct. And they are doing booth games and prizes, so go check them out in the vendor village, as well as Dead Star Press is here again today, I believe. And Raven Sweet Haven is down there. Oh My Quad, skate and skate accessories. We have a lot of stuff happening today. I'm just trying to cram it all in when we can.
Raffle. Oh, raffle. Hey, a challenge. Great time to talk about the raffle. Silent auction is just Lost Dutchman. That's got all the details for silent auction. You gotta be here. They're gonna give it away to you guys. That's all the raffle prizes. Raffle is live. You know, $1 each, 6 for 5.
Okay. All right. Got it.
Yeah, usual raffle prices. They're gonna be giving those away as we go.
Also, we have got some prizes happening. We've got a silent auction, a $400 Lost Dutchman tattoo gift card, Starting bid is just $100, so go check that out. There's also some raffle prizes, the Siphon Draw skincare package, Raven Sweet Haven, pick your own, Dead Star Press, a tote, and pick a book. Their totes are super cute. I believe it says be an effing weirdo on it, which I just love. Also, Red Hot Print Shop is doing that shirt pressing. You can bring your own or you can buy. Remember, we were talking about the Roller Rage merch that pre-sales sold out, but they are doing what they can down there, so give them a go. So that is all of the raffle prizes. It is 1 ticket for $1, 6 for $5. If I'm 1 for 3, 6 for 5. Yes, there we go. All right, got it in. All during the challenge.
I love how Clifton comes up and says, "The challenge, great time to talk about our raffle." When an opportunity presents itself, you take it.
And there's tattoos happening. So we've got Rhea Riot here with flash tattoos. We got Astro Tats here. We're doing flash tattoos. The only rule about getting tattooed at this tournament is you need to come up here and show the announcers your tattoo. We
Absolutely.
really want to see them. I saw 2 cool ones yesterday on the same person. So shout out to them for getting tatted in 2 different spots.
And then I wanted to just take a second to explain a little bit as to why the score is such a blowout in a prominent way. If Lockeford goes 2-0 here and potentially picks up a 3rd win, with CBD picking up 2 wins last night, and if they were able to pick up 3, then there will be a 3-way undefeated tie between Ironfront, CBD, and Lockeford. It's kind of a prediction. So point differential is really going to matter to see who can get into that 1 and 2. Those are kind of the favorites. But of course, anything's possible. Anybody can lose a game. I'm really hoping I don't lose my games at 5. But it is every single point matters. So even though these teams might be in the lead, there is no putting on the brakes because it really depends who's going to get the glory for the finals.
No, you've got to watch those points. Every tournament, and every point is, and it's so early. You don't know what's going on. So you can't even say, oh, we're good because it's 5, 6 o'clock at night. No, it's 9:30, 10 o'clock, whatever time it's at, a little after 10. So there's a lot of derby that is happening today, and there's a lot that can go on.
Yeah, actually, I noticed CBD Hits didn't gear up yesterday, and it was probably to get some good rest for the games today, and I think that was a wise choice because here he is. He's back.
Well, with all that rest, we're expecting 25.
We're expecting it.
You said it.
Got to go fast. He said he'll try. All right, let's see what he can do. Of course, White's not going to make it easy for him. With Dancer in the Dark, Kiko Jones, and 5'3", Mazzy Scar. This will be a tough one, but with 2 down, this is Black's opportunity right here. All right, Black goes low, tries to make a move. 1-3-6, Dancer in the Dark makes a pop. With Slick Mick creating the opportunity. You love some offense. All right, CBD hits on his first scoring pass with A-Train pinning on the high rail. Dancer in the Dark, able to get around, but deals Mazzy Scar. Quick jump, able to get them all. Goes fast, see if he can get another 5 more. 38 seconds left in the jam. That's 1 pass.
Looks like Jawbreakers are trying to build a wall back there to hold CBD.
Goes high, goes in the
but
mid.
doesn't work.
A-Train
like,
splits them up.
Yeah.
They were all focused on him, and immediately CBD gets another pass. That's 2 with 25 seconds left. Slick Mix holds to the high, makes another hop over Kiko Jones. Loses something on the outside of the track, but it's all right. He got 16 seconds left. Have an opportunity for at least 1, maybe 2. Goes low, moves to the high, able to get around Dancer in the Dark. 9 seconds. Can he get all 25 points? He'll have 5 for it. 3, 2, 1. And, knock almost to the 25 that he said he would try for, but.
Valiant effort. And I don't think 20 points is something that we can really sneeze at, right? Was it 20?
An amazing performance
Yep,
by
20.
CBD.
Yep.
The fact that he almost eked out a record-breaking 25. He's just. He's throwing up. Unfortunately, it sent him to the box, but I believe in this black wall. I think Ice Cole's going to have his challenge cut out for him. All right, White loses 1 blocker, so it'll be a 4-on-4 power jam for White.
Let's see if the Jawbreakers can pull out some points here with this opportunity. Ice Cold going going in real strong there.
Bomber able to be backwards and then passes it off to Hardcore. Hardcore with that power on the rail. Hands it off to Hubba Bubba, who recycles up top. Ice Cold making a move, making him struggle. Pushes through, now has the challenge. Hardcore again, and uses that leverage and uses Bomber to get through. Able to put themselves in between black blockers and make that opportunity happen.
Ice Cold now coming around for some points.
That was a lot of effort.
That
Looks
was
a
a
little
lot of
gas,
effort.
but in 30 seconds can easily grab another pass with just a little bit of offense from White. White trying to take that push, but it's really driving the pack a little fast. So Ice Cold spending some energy to try and get caught up, but White is just unable to peel off any of Black's team. Short stack able to try and make a move over Hubba Bubba. Ice Cold gives a shove. Looks like they're at least around Smashing Pumpkin as Ice Cold tries to get around Hubba Bubba, and Hardcore seals it and shoves to the inside. Oh, looks like that is a great defensive stop to hold him to only a minimal amount of points. Oh, and creating another power jam opportunity.
Oh, no.
CBD hits, hands off, and yields to Scar to Beat as Scar to Beats gets ready for another power jam, and it looks as if it's going to be a 4-on-3 power jam for Black. All right, Scar to Beat starts up high with Slamala Anderson creating an opportunity, and the backward, let's be honest, but it being a rock in the river, giving just enough time for Scar to Beat to get out and be a racing threat. Scar to Beat's coming on the high and sees an opportunity, makes a jab and gets around Randy and gets low and able to get all the way through.
Scar to Beat is making some excellent time on this power jam. Not really coming up against too much opposition. Jawbreakers are trying to throw themselves in the way and do so.
Surf
launching them onto the infield there. That was great.
Great hit by Surf as, let's be honest, gives a shove. Surf with another hit, but not quite enough to get Scar to Beat off of their bearings. So able to keep rolling. And with 9 seconds left, looks like this could be one more pass if she got the juice to get through it. 5 seconds. Goes high, able to get around one, but looks like Angel of Beth is able to seal it off, presenting what could be a more disastrous path. Great job by Angel of Beth.
And it looks like this could be the last jam of the game. Jammer's going to take that. It's a trap and Terra Tots, provided there are no penalties that stop us from having those bonus jams at the end.
All right, this is in order to skate clean, everybody, because we do not want a penalty that could extend this further. Just don't want to get the games going too long today. But it looks as if Terra Tots out front and still going to get some points. White jammer panty comes off. Everybody signals.
Oh,
can't do anything about it. You got to go all the way around the track, but it's all right. You just got to get back there before you score. Terra Tots calls it. And that may be the last one. We'll just wait on officials to see if we had a penalty jam. All right, Black did get a penalty there, so we may have one more.
In case you couldn't hear that, the Jawbreakers were chanting, "We're number two! We're number two!" in very gleeful fashion.
Everyone, I want to just take a moment to appreciate the heart that the Jawbreakers have put into this game. Crowd, if I can get everybody to give the Jawbreakers a round of applause.
Absolutely.
Jawbreakers, you guys have done some great work.
Yes, round of applause for the Jawbreakers. Some more chit chats happening here. We're all waiting with bated breath.
From my understanding, the penalty jam situation is if the team in the lead gets a penalty and the other team doesn't, that there will be a penalty jam. Is that an accurate summary?
That sounds about right to me, yes. I say tentatively.
And I believe if there are multiple penalties that they would negate each other and that there would be no power
Right,
jam.
yeah. All right, looks like we might have a decision here on what is happening. Penalty jam it is.
Ooh, it's a power jam. Penalty jam. That's exactly how I like my cupboard to be stocked, with one more jam.
It's a bonus jam.
Also the name of my Christmas gifts. When people give me a jam, I get a bonus jam. Lickety split out there.
Let's see. Yep, lickety split, and it's a trap. Are going to take this penalty jam.
All right, it's a trap, goes to the low, and then met with a roller candy wall. Lickety split escapes, and there's a pass, and it looks like Angel of Beth is going to be able to get out there.
Little bit of a jammer race coming. Angel of Beth and lickety split. Let's see if lickety split's going to go for some more points.
All right, cuts through the middle and able to get at least 3. And looks as if that was a pretty clean and short one. All right, and that is the game. Give it up for both teams.
Lockeford takes a 201 to 29.
All right, everyone. That is it for Semantics.
And I am Suki Talking Smack House, and I will be here for the next bout coming up, so stay tuned.